Hello, my dear students. Good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope that all of you are very fine. Be hopeful, be positive, stay safe at your home, and let us come and read the lesson Landscape of the Soul, and we shall discuss on the question answers of this lesson today. The first question is, contrast the Chinese view of art with the European view with examples. Yesterday, when I was telling the story of this chapter, I told that Chinese paintings were full of spirit and soul. They are conceptual and spiritual. On the other hand, the European paintings were the figurative realism. They are all real, they are figurative, they are actual. I have given the examples you yesterday, the examples of the painting which was fitted in the palace of the king, emperor, and when Daoji, the painter, clapped his hands, the door of this cave opened, and as soon as he entered the cave, the door was shut, and the whole painting flew away in the sky, and they had been never seen again in this world. And also I told you the example of European paintings, the painting of dragon. It was all real. The artist saw that it was real. If he had put the eyes in the body of the dragon, certainly it would have flown away in the sky. But he supposed it, whether it would be proved or not. And the other example I told you, the fly, the real fly on the new panel of the studio master. As soon as the studio master entered the studio office, he saw the fly sitting on the new panel. He tried to swat away the fly, to flick the fly, but the fly didn't fly. It means it was not the real fly, but it was looking just real. In this way, illusionistic realism was there. Illusion, I told you, illusion means confusion. Means the studio master fell into confusion whether it was real or not. In this way, and the other thing, the Chinese painting did not need or does not need the view of the painter. You can use your view, your concept, and you can enter the painting from any way, from any angle, and you will get the path. You can choose the path according to your own. On the other hand, in European painting, you will have to borrow the mind of the painter, European artist, and only then you can read, you can study, you can walk in the painting of the European artists. In this way, we can understand that European paintings are they look very real. On the other hand, the Chinese paintings are real, not so real, but they are full of spirit and life. The first question is over. The second question, explain the concept of San Sui. Yesterday I told you San Sui. This word is made of two words. It consists two words, San and Sui. San means yang. Yang means masculine, mountain. And Sui means in. In means feminine. water, river. San, sui. Yang, yin. Masculine, feminine. Means mountain, river or water. Means San means mountain, and Sui means water. You know, this example has been given from yoga, yogic pranayam. In pranayam, you can inhale, then you can retain or stop the breathing, then you can exhale it in the same way. And at the time of retaining, at the time of stoppage, there is communication, there is interaction, and this communication and interaction is very, very important. In the same way, you can see the mountain up in the sky, above in the sky, and the water floating on the land. The mountain is the symbol of dryness, hardness, warmness, and the water is symbol of coolness, and you can say soft, tender. So this is the meaning, or you can see the concept of San and Sui. Means the masculine is symbol of San and the feminine is symbol of Sui. This word is full of men and women. Means masculine and feminine, and we are living on the land, means in the middle of the water and the mountain, in the middle of the mountain and the water. So this place is very, very important because we are the eyes of the universe. In the same way, the vacant places in the painting, in the art, is really the eye of the painting, the eye of the art. So this is the concept of San Sui. First of the second question, what to understand by the terms outsider art and art brut or raw art? Yesterday I told you that outsider art or raw art or art brut, this is a kind of art which is not taken, which is not learned in a formal school. There is not any training school for it. These artists who make the outsider art, they are not less important than the trained artists, than the formal artists. You have seen the example of Jean Buffet and the example of Nekchan. You have seen Nekchan, the Indian artist. He made the rock garden in Chandigarh, and this garden was shown in the exhibition of European countries like Switzerland, Scotland, and other countries of the Europe. And also he bagged a lot of rewards for it, and he became the biggest artist in this area, means in this area of art brut or outsider artist. He became the biggest artist. And the beginning of this untutored art was started by Jean Buffet, who was French painter Jean Buffet. Jean Dubuffet was the French painter. He started this kind of art. So this is the outsider art or raw art or art art. The second question, the second part of second question. Who was the untutored genius who created a paradise? So you can understand it was Nek Chand, an Indian artist who made the paradise. Means this rock garden was looking just like paradise. Whosoever was going to walk in this garden, to visit this garden, really he was feeling that he was walking in paradise. And when Nek Chand saw this kind of feeling of the visitors, really he felt himself awarded. He did not need any kind of material award. And what is the nature of his contribution to art? That you can see that this was the biggest contribution made by Nek Chand to such kind of art. Means to outsider art, it was the biggest contribution made by Nek Chand. Discuss the following statements in groups of 4. So I am going to discuss. The emperor may rule over the territory he has conquered, but only the artist knows the way within. Territory means area, land, territory. Landscape, land part, and conquer, to win. Conquer means to win. So this question is telling that an emperor, a ruler, a king can rule over the kingdom, his state, but he does not know the ways, the paths stretching in the state, lying in the state, because the people, only the people could know, or they can know the paths and the method how to walk in the path. Which kind of path is of which type. So this is known only by the people who are walking in the world. In the same way, you have seen that the emperor was ruling over the kingdom, but this painting which was fitted in his palace wall, it was not made by him, and he could not make it because his work is only to rule over the state, E-S-T-A-T-E. It is his work, and the painting is the work of the painter, and only painter can know the paths, the ways which he had made in his painting. The king or the emperor did not know that there was a cave also, but only Daoji, the painter of that painting, that art, did know it. In this way, the sword means tarwar. The sword can do its work and the needle can do its work. The landscape is an inner one, a spiritual and conceptual space. So this statement is said for the Chinese or for the Asian paintings or Asian arts, because you have seen that when the painter Daoji clapped his hands, the door of the cave was opened, and as soon as he entered the cave, this landscape, this art, this painting was disappeared from the wall of the palace into the sky and it had never been seen. So this action is really the action of a living one, living being. So you can say that this art was put the life in it by the artist, by the painter. So in this way, my dear students, we have discussed all the questions. Thank you very much.